We can't manifest because we can't feel if we're constantly suppressing and numbing ourselves. Because not only are we numbing ourselves to the negative or low vibrational feelings that we just don't want to feel because they're so uncomfortable, we're also numbing and suppressing ourselves from feeling those high vibrational feelings. We're lowering our vibration, so we can't feel that joy, that gratitude, that love fully because there is an energy blockage in our body. So find a way to... Hello everyone, my name is Monica. Welcome to the Lightworker community. Today's video is titled The Secret Behind the Secret of Manifestation Using the Law of Attraction. If you've been following my channel for a while, or if you've watched a lot of my videos, you will have seen this pattern of me talking about feelings and emotions because it is literally the biggest lesson I learned as of last year in 2020. Of course, most people know that the book The Secret is like the most popular mainstream law of attraction book out there. And I read it myself maybe a few years ago. And if I remember correctly, I believe somewhere it says something along the lines of feeling is the secret to manifestation. And if it doesn't say it there, I know I've heard it so many times, as of I'm sure most people have, and I don't know exactly where it originated from, but I believe it may be from there, but I could be wrong. Either way, this still applies because I do believe as well that feeling is the secret to manifesting when you're using the law of attraction. So one day I was driving and I was thinking about, what is the secret to manifestation? It's feeling. And then I was thinking, well, why is it so difficult for us to feel into whatever it is we're trying to manifest? Why is it that we can't feel what it would be like to be with our soulmate, or feel what it would be like to make a lot of money, or find our dream job, or whatever it is? And with the law of attraction, those 3 steps, the 3 basic steps where I'd say, you think about it first, and whatever it is you're thinking about, you feel it, and then after you feel it, you start taking inspired action into bringing it into fruition or attracting it to you. Because when you raise your vibration and you're in alignment on the same frequency of what you want, then you'll start to see those synchronicities where you're in the right place at the right time, and people will come to you that may be able to help you with whatever it is, like someone who may have a job for you, or you'll start finding resources. It'll seem like it just dropped in your lap. You'll find the knowledge, you'll find the information just comes to you, and then you're able to take that inspired action from that point on. So I think the 2 steps we find it the easiest is to imagine, visualize, or just say affirmations or think a certain thing. Like, I want to make this much money at my job every year, and I want to be in this kind of field or this kind of career. And we can think all of these things, and we can take action such as creating a resume and filling out job applications, going to career fairs, and still for some reason feel like we're blocked from getting that job because we keep getting turned down and that opportunity never arises. And so that missing link between the 2 is the feeling. That a lot of people, including myself, don't feel our emotions. We do everything not to feel them. We reject them, we deny them, we suppress them, and most importantly too, we numb them. And that is because there are some emotions that are considered negative or bad, and they're low vibrational, such as anger, grief, humiliation, shame, embarrassment, sadness, depression, jealousy. And those feelings can feel really uncomfortable. And discomfort is also a feeling. So in order to get away from all of that, a lot of times we like to numb ourselves. So one of the biggest drugs I believe out there for helping people to suppress their emotions is alcohol. I feel like it's one of the most common drugs. It's easy to get. You can get it really cheap, some of it, and it's very socially accepted. And I'll use myself for example. I actually don't drink alcohol whenever I'm in a bad mood, if I'm really upset or I'm really angry about something, because it does the opposite effect for me. Instead of suppressing my emotions, it brings everything up to the surface, and I feel it so intensely, like 10 times more intense than I would if I were just sober and dealing with my emotions. And one example that definitely comes to mind first is when I was about 21 and I had first started drinking and I was partying and I was kind of in with the wrong crowd. I was drinking. It was one of the first times I was ever drunk, and I was at my apartment. I had one friend over and I had just broken up with my boyfriend. So it was just the two of us sitting on my floor talking and drinking most of the night. At some point, I think I like fell asleep for just a little while, maybe like 15-20 minutes, and I woke up, and as I woke up, I just started bawling tears. Like, I was crying my eyes out, and I was basically a wreck. I was just like, why doesn't he love me? Why did he break my heart? Whatever it is he did at that time. And I was just like one of those girls you'd see on a reality show, I guess. And I haven't ever been like that since then, but I had realized it was the alcohol that intensified those emotions for me, and it didn't feel like necessarily in a healthy way of processing it. So I had definitely learned from that, and I never drank again when I was really angry or upset or in a low vibrational place. Another thing is weed. Weed brings me very, very present. It's very meditative for me. I like to set the intention anytime I smoke. I will say something like, my intention is to connect with my higher self. And that, like I said, it brings me like so much more present than I usually am when I'm sober. And I feel like I'm just in a meditation process for like, you know, however long the high lasts. And so I've never smoked when I was also in a low vibrational state, because I know then I would have to face my demons like head on. I would really, really be going directly into those emotions, and that is a little scary for me. So I have never done that. And there are so many addictions, there's so many drugs of choice for people, there's so many distractions that people prefer. And I'm going to use myself as an example again. Just yesterday, I was thinking, why is it so difficult for me to eat healthy? Like, I know what I should be eating, I know what I shouldn't be eating, I know I should be incorporating a lot more fresh fruits and vegetables and whole plant foods and not eat so much junk food. So what is my problem after all these years? Like, why have I not been able to just push myself to do it? Other people do it all the time, every day. And then what I realized was that whenever I am uncomfortable or I have some emotion I don't want to deal with, I eat junk food. I like really salty, really fatty, really processed sugary things that are more food-like substances and not actual nutritional food. And I don't like to eat it just when I'm feeling sad or upset. It's more of just all the time, even when I'm happy. And what I remembered too is I did a 30-day juice cleanse a while back. And whenever you're doing a fast or a cleanse, or you're just eating super healthy, I feel like it releases a lot of stored emotions because you're detoxing, and everything that you suppress with the junk food that you're eating, which causes you to become numb, all comes back up, because all of that is just stored energy, and stored energy is going to have to be released at some point. So I do believe that is one of the most challenging things with eating healthy, or like I said, fast or cleanses, is because then all of a sudden you're having to deal with those unprocessed emotions, and you'll start thinking thoughts about certain things that you buried away years ago, and it's just like, I don't want to deal with this, bring me the junk food, bring me something to keep me numb and to suppress all those feelings down. And just like with any drug, you have to keep doing more and more and more of it in order to keep that original high that you were feeling. And a breakthrough that I just had for me is, I eat the junk food and all of my feelings are suppressed, right? And then I'm not thinking about those emotions because I'm more focused on how crappy I feel, that crash after the high, and that is what's primarily on my mind. That's my focus. And then to distract myself from how crappy I feel from the junk food I just ate, I want to watch TV so I can mentally zone out of my reality, so I can escape. And then that distracts me from how crappy I'm feeling. When that's not enough, or I get bored of that, then I'm also scrolling mindlessly on social media. And this can suck up so many hours of my day until I fall asleep. Then the next day, I wake up, I eat the junk food, I watch the shitty TV, and then I scroll through social media, go to bed, and it's the same cycle that just keeps repeating. So then, the question is, how can I, or anyone who's going through something similar, can feel our feelings in order to manifest whatever it is we want? We can't manifest because we can't feel if we're constantly suppressing and numbing ourselves. Because not only are we numbing ourselves to the negative or low vibrational feelings that we just don't want to feel because they're so uncomfortable, we're also numbing and suppressing ourselves from feeling those high vibrational feelings. We're lowering our vibration, so we can't feel that joy, that gratitude, that love fully because there is an energy blockage in our body. We were never taught in schools how to feel or how to process our feelings in a healthy way. And for many people, they may not have also learned that at home because their parents didn't know how to process their emotions using a healthy outlet. Those are the two major places that we would learn this from as children growing up. We look up to our parents and our family members. We look up to our teachers because we're with them for most of our childhood. They're the ones that we're getting the majority of our information from, and when we're young, we're very impressionable. And up until the age of 7 is when we start to have our core beliefs and values instilled in us from the environment that we've been in. And I'm not trying to say that we should blame our parents or our teachers or anything like that. We need to take responsibility, meaning our ability to respond to the situation. What we really need to do is become aware of where our beliefs are coming from and if those are beliefs that we want to keep or not. And with changing those beliefs and changing those thoughts are also going to change the emotions that we feel. So that in correlation with becoming conscious of when we are numbing ourselves and bringing awareness to that and choosing to not do that anymore and to sit with that discomfort, because the best way to do that is to just feel your feelings until you don't feel them anymore. They're not forever. Your feelings never stay exactly the same forever. They're always going to be changing. You're always going to be feeling different things. And I believe and I know that we can feel good most of the time. And even when situations that arise that seem bad, we can still find the good in them. Just like a lot of people can still find the bad in good situations. It all depends on what perspective you're looking at it from. So my advice, and for what I'm doing currently, is, like I said, just becoming more conscious and bringing awareness to it.
Am I just eating because I'm bored?
You can set the intention to become more aware of when you're not feeling your feelings, when you're trying to suppress them and numb them, when you're trying to reject them, when other people are telling you it's not okay to feel how you feel. Give yourself permission anyways. Say, I allow myself to feel this way, and it's okay. This too shall pass. Emotions are just energy. They're waves of energy that go through us, and they need to pass. We put up a barrier, that wave of emotion can't get through us. That wave of energy is stuck. And it's like a buoy, it's going to keep coming back up to the surface until we deal with it. Like, I know it's easier said than done. I know it can be so painful whenever we have those memories resurface. But we need to remember to forgive ourselves if we feel guilty or shameful about something that we did or didn't do. and we need to remember to practice self-love in whatever form that looks like for you. We are all worthy of love. We're all worthy of feeling joy and happiness. We're all worthy of manifesting all of our desires in this life. Alright everyone, I hope this video has helped you in some way. I know I'm not saying anything that's brand new. This has all been said before, but this is still something that I had to come to realize again. Maybe this will resonate with some of you, and you'll also set that intention to become more aware and more conscious for when you're not feeling your emotions. And hopefully that will help you to unblock a lot of that energy that's been stored away in order to make room for you to be able to feel into whatever it is you're trying to manifest, and it will be attracted to you that much quicker. Until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.